my biggest example
Well,
of
before
that
we go
is,
any deeper than
oh,
that,
yeah, sorry.
Fair
the
enough.
time has come, the walrus said, to speak of many things. I'm going to close the polls out now. Just going to give them a refresh real quick. Just make sure.
Let me quickly put in my thing.
Okay. I'll close the community poll.
You got me wrong, Logan.
Yep.
Yep.
Okay, there it is. Closing poll. All right.
Thank you.
Cool. Let me see if you left a note for me.
No, I did not.
Okay. Excellent. All right. So now the polls have closed. A couple things of note. A lot of the feedback I've been reading from these polls has been very helpful. Some of it has been sharing my own feelings in terms of where we're standing in terms of launch. With that being, we need to start launching sooner rather than later, regardless of what system we choose. So having all these meetings and basically being like, let's have another meeting so we can have another meeting so we can have another meeting. Basically, we need to kick things off the ground and stop having meetings debating on which system to use. So my thought is, with this poll being much clearer in terms of where the community stands after viewing Unbound, after, having playcast games and whatnot and so forth, this will be the last one for us. We're just going to choose the system here and now, unless people want to not do that. But the results seem pretty clear to me, at least in terms of from the previous poll to this poll. They are shifting in a particular direction, and I feel like they're going to continue shifting in that particular direction. So, with all that said, really, can't just copy this. Fine, I'll post you into a paint image, and then I'll save you, and then I'll post you that. The cursed existence, one might say. Snip tool it is. Alright, for the staff poll side of things. Save as. Save, and then for the community poll, just going to save that right now as well since I already have it open. Save as community poll. 3, 1, 2, 23. Boop. All right. Plop those down. So, from the previous poll, we had a very clear winner, and from this poll, that has dramatically shifted. It's much more of a neck and neck thing, but Spears has come out on top. Previously, Unbound was like a 80% vote. Now it's much more of a neck and neck, and I feel like with the results we've had, while we've definitely converted a lot of people to Unbound, I feel like those people will greatly enjoy the games that will continue to be ran in Unbound, and continue to be ran by myself and others who will probably now be DMs in Unbound. I think both community, and as you'll see from the staff poll, they're heavily favoring Spheres of Divinity at this point, in terms of staff especially. In terms of community, it previously was an 80% to 20%, so I feel like that huge change is pretty noticeable in my mind. But what are other people's thoughts? I think right now we just choose the system, because a lot of the feedback I've been getting is like, we need to start running games, and soon. And I agree with those.
Agreed.
I also agree.
Yeah,
I'm always a fan of give the people what they want. If the majority of people did polls on Spheres of Divinity, give it to them. It doesn't matter if it's a 1% difference. One wins, one wins. It's my take.
Now, we also had some people suggesting a I think this was more of a joke suggestion, but a living world for Group A and a living world for Group B. Lex is already planning on running a living world. This was just a, hey, we can combine our communities and run one. So that's already going to be a thing. It might not be in Syrik, but, you know, it is something that they're looking into. You can correct me if I'm wrong, Lex.
I say don't divide.
Yeah, I was gonna say don't divide. We already have volunteers as it is, and
Yeah.
Damage.
it'd be too hard to juggle both with volunteers.
I agree.
I'd also recommend not do that.
Yeah.
I
I'm
mean,
I'm letting people know that if they are wanting to be as a player, or those DMs who have voted, I'm only wanting to run Unbound, because we have some of those, as well as community. You're not losing out. Lex is working on that too.
Yeah. But yeah, I think we should start. Even if it's not completely finished, at least we should have enough together by now, at least to start running people. I'm guessing from 1 to 5, if we're going level wise, like
Yeah.
content wise, and anything in between can be worked on. And if we need to take breaks to get content done, we can do that. We can announce a temporary breaks to get content done, not to pressure the volunteers, and do like filler events or whatever.
Yeah.
Keep people, you know.
So going along with that, one of the things I was going to bring up from the feedback that I have read, I think with the delay that I have, because of all that's going on in my life right now for Spheres of Divinity, and how it's probably not going to be ready until, like, maybe July, August, I think because we have so much already prepared for base Syrik 5e, non-Spheres of Divinity, we just run the first phase with what we have. Like, we'll have to do a few more administrative side of things, finish out the patrons that are still not listed on World Anvil. I think we do these small little tasks that we have remaining, and then, as you say, launch.
Yeah, I say
And-
launch with 5e with the content we have, and then build towards switching over to the other system for the
Well,
next phase.
Well, we have to remember, like we pointed out before, a lot of going into Spears is just rewording stuff to fit for that thing.
Yeah.
And some small changes that we want to add over.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So
We're-
it wouldn't require too much work, but
Well-
we could still use 5e terminology for like the
Yeah.
Yeah.
first phase, and then just change it as we need to work on it.
Indeed.
So even if we do have to wait a little bit, we can at least now say, hey, you guys can start thinking of how you want to make your characters. We'll open RP channels, like, just to start, so people can, like, start coming in as they start making their characters, and then go from there with the games.
Yeah. And as Duke says, during the transition from Phase 1 to Phase 2, retraining will be free between the different system styles, because there will be changes.
Yeah. Let them retrain and stuff. Yeah.
Now, all that said, in terms of administrative side of things, I've been in talks with Legacy of late. We've been going through. She's been exceedingly helpful. They've been exceedingly helpful, slamming me with, like, spell stuff for Spheres of Divinity, but also doing administrative side of things for just launching. Like, our mission statement is pretty fleshed out at this point. There's some small edits we need to do to it. But we are much closer to launch if we just launched with base what we have right now than, say, they've been fucking huge.
Oh yeah.
So this is one of the other reasons why, since about a third of the responses for the community poll has been just fucking launch, that's why I'm being like, okay, we should just fucking launch.
Yeah.
And with how close we are, I think we can, knock that out of the fucking waters pretty quickly. It might be delayed because of how busy I am. To give everyone an update, I am looking to move out. I am looking to potentially get a part-time job to supplement my already side commission work with Lex and supplement my school work, and so I'm going to get even more busy. But I'm still working on this. It just means I'll have less time to do so.
That's fine. That's why you have us.
It's true. It's
Let
true.
us know what you need done. Get me stuff to do. Message
Yeah.
me anytime you need something done, and I'll
Yeah.
do it.
It's true. It's true. I mean, for spheres right now, it's just rewording things, making sure that they are their own words, not in Wizards of the Coast words.
Honestly, you can let me handle the I guess the
Yeah, and if you
HR side of things. Because that's my skill. That's my skill
Yeah.
set. I'm good at dealing with situations.
But that is my thoughts on the matters. I want to know the staff's thoughts on the matters. Where do you guys stand?
The quicker we start, or I guess not the quicker we start, but the quicker we allow people to start making characters that'll drum up, interest, right? Because obviously a lot of people have been waiting and waiting and waiting. The quicker we get that out of the way, we can take care of any issues that'll pop up afterwards.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Plus, I already checked the training sheet. We already have one person that wants to sign up for DM,
Mm-hmm.
which that does also bring up, if anyone wants to run games, apply.
It's true.
We will take you through it. You get benefits for it because you're putting in work to help people play. Like, you're getting a lot out of it, and you're also learning.
Mm-hmm. I will say, the training system that we have, when I went through it in a way back when, that's exceedingly helped my writing. I had severe writer's block. I don't anymore. So it is helpful as a life skill as well. But
And if you don't want to DM, you can be like other people who are just staff or who just help in the back end. Everything helps.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it helps you as a DM. It helps you as an individual. It's pretty helpful in general.
That and like Zach said, if you don't have all the time in the world, you can be a part-time GM and run when you can,
mm-hmm.
and you're still doing the same work as somebody else.
Yeah, and part-time DMs will definitely be required, because I know for a fact we will have players who have
weird schedules.
Strange schedules, yeah, where it's just like, this day I can play on this day, but next week I cannot play on that day anymore.
Because I'm sure not everybody here is American, or they're in another country. Their time zones are all fucked up.
Or they might be an American and they work in like a fast food joint where their schedule changes by the week.
Or like me, they just might be a shift supervisor and your schedule changes whatever your boss
or that. University is also a major change.
Right. So, but I think one thing that says, even if you didn't choose the system that came out, both are still good, solid systems. You should give each one a try.
Yes.
Don't be afraid to try.
Yes. I still highly recommend Unbound. They're marked as a friend of the server. Please do give them a look over. PDFs there, all that good stuff. They're still working on their SRD, though there has been a hiccup there. Still being worked on, though, and that will make it much easier for a lot of people, I feel.
If I may, really quick.
Go ahead.
I just want to say, obviously, you cannot say no. There are no hard feelings on this phone.
Mm-hmm.
I expected this outcome from day one. Our initial conversation, I expected this outcome. I always wanted to say, yes, I will study the system. There are no hard feelings, and I would be more than happy to keep writing for the people interested.
Mm-hmm.
And I will still be around here, too. So, come on over, come hang out. I'm actively running games. Nope is still streaming games. Things are being done for those who like the system. And as Nert mentioned, we are working on our own Living World 4 Unbound as an official big playtest for people to just go and play. That being said, as with any Living World, as I'm sure everyone here knows, you need people to help run it. So
Yeah, I also want to launch so I can start working on ideas to help build the brand.
mhm.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's my final comment. With yeah, come over and play.
I,
Any other thoughts, things people would like to know on this particular topic?
nope. Just note I have ideas up in the air when you're ready to start building the brand.
Yeah.
When you're ready to start that conversation, we can have that. But I have some ideas to get it started for
Yeah. All right.
I actually do have one question.
Go ahead.
Out of curiosity, for statistically, that percentage
Mhm.
of the community vote, I'm curious about the players. How does the percentage shift when you take into account people who voted for both? Not that it matters. I'm just curious.
I'm not actually looking at that.
I fair enough. It can wait. I was just curious.
I expect about maybe 10 to 20% margin of difference.
Yeah.
I think it should be said. At some point, everyone needed to realize that while the community vote matters, if you don't have people to run your games, you're not going to get any games. So that, like, while community opinion matters, the DMs and the staff opinion has heavier weight.
Oh, of course.
Like, that's not to shit on people. That's not to put people down.
No.
It's just if your DM is not having fun, because you have to remember they are too a player, you are going to have a shitty game, and no D&D is better than bad D&D.
All right.
I can confirm that. That's why I stopped playing 5th edition last year. I wasn't having fun with it.
It is true. It is true. 4 of the votes are double votes, so 1 for Unbound, 1 for Spheres at the same time. Yeah. But hopefully these changes will pique interest and all that good stuff.
The question now is, if we are going to get the ball rolling on starting games, when do we plan doing that? Because, like I said, rather sooner than later.
I think if you guys can help out, the major thing that's really holding us back right now would be the needing to finish some of the Divinity stuff, which I see there's already a post in Divinity. Other than that particular thing, Legacy and I have been doing some more of the leadership side of things, getting that stuff rolling, which goes into like scheduling for the base scheduling system that we're going to have before people are actually popping into groups and they like stick with their groups. So smaller things of that nature or bigger things of that nature, depending on.
Okay. So the big thing to get done right now is the Divinity thing. So that should be the focus right now, and just get that done, and then we're good to go.
Yeah, and once that's covered, I think with everything else that we have, there's a few small things I have to get finished with Legacy for, and then we can launch.
Okay. So focus on Divinity, you finish up those things on your end, and then whatever happens in between, we'll take care of.
Yeah, because like if we look at the Trello board, there's a lot of things on it that are things I want to have finished. They're optional. If you really boil them down, they're optional.
Yeah. How about you make a list of exactly what it seems like Divinity? They're waiting, and my council. They're asking to that what specifically you need done.
I will get back to you on that one since I need to look at my own notes of what I've already finished that hasn't been put on World Anvil.
Yeah, say good. Put together like a list and then send it to them.
Basically, I'm gonna go to the Trello board, and update everything there. That these are things that need to be done, and these are things that are optional. That would be nice to have. People can work on while the required things are being worked on. Outside of that, if you're a dungeon master, game master, whatever have you, feel free to just keep working on story ideas. It could just be like a basic paragraph or basic bullet point. Here's what this is going on. Just things to give you ideas for when we do kick things off. You'll have something to work with. But yeah, no, that's where I feel we stand right now. Nice. Okay, I have time then to get that to you. From my particular side of things right now, today I'm still sick, banana. I'm gonna be running my Sunday game and probably just sleeping the rest of the day. I will be getting that information to you probably tomorrow. And when I feel better, I'll be back on the work train of getting this, finished so we can get this released within, hopefully by end of month. I think we all, knuckle down, buckle down, and get to work. I think we can finish it sooner than that, but realistically, I think by the end of month, I think we can have the everything set up for people to go. Anything else anyone would like to note down? I saw Tippy Tappies for a little bit, but that ended. So, seems like there's nothing else to note. My mind is still I only had one thing to talk about today, and I talked about it. Probably forgetting a lot of other things, but yeah, we'll talk about them next week. So, y'all have a good, it does do be like that, yeah. Good rest of your day, good rest of your week. We're gonna close the meeting out there, and appreciate all your faces.
Yep.